I think there's a lot of reasons, or a handful of really important reasons. The rest of them they're still important, but not as important. I think the two or three critical reasons. Number one is Nitro, WCW had been dominating, over-delivering, changed the business, all the stuff that I like to, tear cartilage, patting myself on the back, talking about. And then the audience got a little used to it. We satisfied them. They were happy with us, but there wasn't a lot new going on. There was a lot of decent going on. There was some very good going on. There was occasionally some excellent going on. But whatever it was, the newness of it, the boats got used to the high tide. Let's put it that way. Whereas over in WWF, things had been going all the way up until late 1997 when Vince McMahon famously came out and said, we're going to listen to the fans and we're going to change the way we're doing things. Well, that was Vince McMahon. Okay, fuck, they kicked my ass. Now I'm going to do what they're doing, only I'm going to do it better. When in late 97, when Vince recognized finally that he had to change the way he was doing things in order to compete with WCW, he didn't delay, he didn't hesitate, he didn't take small incremental steps. He went real fucking big. He went with Tyson and Austin. Tyson at the time was as hot as he probably had ever been, almost. The Stone Cold Steve Austin thing was emerging. When you put those two together, and then you put Steve Austin against the Boss, which was kind of a variation on what we were doing, all of a sudden now in WWE world, that's huge news. That's a massive shift. Just like turning Hogan was a massive shift for WCW in 96. That was a really big shift. When WWE abandoned their teen and preteen, creative psychology and embraced what we were doing in WCW with a more real, more honest, more believable kind of storytelling format, that was huge news to the WWE and huge news in the wrestling world. And a lot of the audience shifted to check it out. I did. I knew when I heard they were going to do it, it was going to kick our ass. Come on, Tyson, Austin, McMahon, come on. And that had a lot to do with it. They took advantage. Well, they didn't take advantage. They strategically revamped their presentation. Yes, it did follow our lead in a lot of ways. Doesn't matter. It worked really big. Well, at the same time, while that was going on, I'll just speak for myself. Kevin will have a completely different perspective of this, and rightfully so. But for me, while that was going on, in the midst of it, towards the middle of 98 now, early part of 98, we've got this AOL Time Warner merger going on. It's creating a ton of internal structural changes that, from the business side of the wrestling business, not the creative side, not the wrestling side, not what happened at a show, but the business of the wrestling business was changing dramatically inside of WCW and became much more difficult to manage. All of these things were happening at the same time. In my case, personally, I will admit to losing a lot of my focus when it came to the shows and my contribution as far as, okay, what's our show? What does it need to be? Where are we at? What's a weakness? What's an idea? Kevin, help me out here. Where are we? How can we do this? There was a lot less of me in that process starting in about 98. And I could see the handwriting on the wall. So I think it was a combination of WWF waking up, dramatically changing their format, taking a massive risk with Mike Tyson, who, by the way, was a convicted rapist. Mm-hmm. And I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan. I'm talking about, let's look at the context of the times. Can you imagine if WWE were to try to do that today? Can you imagine? It would not happen. It would not happen. You might not survive a creative meeting if you were to even bring it up as a suggestion in today's environment. But it worked. It worked back then. So it was a combination of a lot of things.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews, ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at The Hannibal TV for instant updates.